I'm Aaron Hallett. I write original Christian rock. I come out here every morning and just write a song out of nothing. I just improvise. That's what's going to happen today. I was out here a little bit earlier, and then I went back in the house to do some stuff and came out yet again. But when I was out earlier, I just started tweaking my sounds. I decided to just cut off where I was, put it up as a release. So it's called Unwinding, and literally it's going up on services as we speak. I just changed my drum sounds, tweaked my guitar sounds, my bass sounds, everything. I was like, you know what? I want to just kind of like do a reset here. I liked the sounds I was getting, but I am forever just experimenting with things. All right, let me tune quick. I said tune quick, and I feel like that took forever. Anyway, okay, I'm on the right track. So for the guitars, I just swapped out the speaker sim I was doing with an IR of some random cab. I don't even know. But I like how it sounds. I think I'm going to try and restrain myself and simplify things a little, because I've been going a little nuts with like the super low drop tunings and making my voice sound like a robot, which is cool, but I like to kind of jump back and forth between super thick, over the top, crazy stuff and just write a song and shut up, you know? That stage I might change as I go, but who knows? I like that G minor. Okay. New drum sounds. I think I'm going to slow that down just a little bit. I think that's going to be the chorus. I only need like 2 parts to make a song, so verse, chorus, there we go. I say I don't want a lot of crap in the mix, but I'm contemplating maybe dubbing the chorus here. Let's see. Ooh, that is kind of nice. I do overdubs where I just do a little section and copy paste it. I used to do these all the way through. I'll stop saying that at some point, but I used to do these all the way through, but it takes too much freaking time, and putting all the windows together when I do the part of the video where I show everything playing at the same time, just, it doesn't work. Not for my computer anyway, because it's like, yeah, the hard drive is just going. Okay, so G minor. Why did the C and F sound bad? Am I like... C and F sounded bad because I was hitting C sharp and my brain was thinking it was C. That's why. Just in case you're wondering, I have no idea. I'm just making these up. That's the same thing. Should be able to just... Yep, guitar solo. This is G sharp minor with chromatic weirdness at the end. All right, that wasn't the most flashy shred solo ever, but with the key changes, it was actually more difficult. Oh, my battery's getting low. Bass guitar. All right, so I don't actually know how long this battery lasts on red. I usually plug it in before that, but it lasts a few days at least before I ever charge it, so I don't know. I just don't pay attention. All right, so the bass sound is actually the same, but I was splitting a low and a high frequency, and I actually just put more separation on, if that makes sense. So it sounds more full, but it's actually the exact same patch plus EQ. So the low one has a more like sharp cut on the high frequencies, and the one with the distortion has a sharper cut on the low frequencies. that's good. I made it before my battery ran out. If you wonder why I use a battery, I think I already said it, but I run over the cable perpetually, and that's just not going to end well. So I got that Boss. That's the word I'm trying to say. I got the Boss wireless unit a few years back, and keeps working. Batteries last pretty long, signal's good, it doesn't cut out, so I like it. And I don't roll over my cable. It's a lot better than the wireless unit I used to use when I was in a band that had like a big stupid transmitter. I got one of those little, what the heck company was it? It was similar in form factor in the guitar to this, but had a big the big receiver. The transmitter was the same. It was supposed to like kind of like latch onto your guitar, although kind of flopped around. I ended up putting Velcro on it to make it more secure. That sounds pretty big. So yeah, literally the same exact thing, except I put EQs in the signal path. That's the difference. I got the drums done. I had a first take that was absolutely amazing. I did some fills that I never thought I could pull off, and then I botched coming back into the chorus. I then had like 2 false starts, and then I got through it again, but I opted to just stay on the crash cymbal. That way I would just play time, and I couldn't possibly miss the chorus. I got a decent take that time too, but the first one was freaking awesome. I was doing some double bounce fills that sounded almost inhuman. And of course, I messed it up at the end. I did some warm-ups. I didn't put down any lyrics. I'm just going to piece this out. I was also thinking about it. I keep using this plugin, Humanoid, which is what makes my voice sound like a robot. I like it. It's cool, but I am always in this like conundrum of sing harmonies or not, because I improvise a lot. Trying to like get them out in one shot is royal pain, especially since I came up with the thing 5 seconds earlier. Don't ask me what I just said, but it's something. Alright, I can see just looking at it that it cut off my breath at the beginning of each chorus, so I'm just going to boop this out a little bit. Got it. All right. Freaking roasting. And I just realized the heat's on. It's all cold outside because there's a hurricane going up the coast. Do I want to do harmonies? I don't think I do in this case. Well, I improvised, came up with a song, and I keep going that way. It's kind of funny, like how drastically different this sounds all put together than just yesterday. All I did was change the cab IR on the main guitars. The bass guitar, I just threw on some EQ to just do more separation with the highs and lows, and I did change the drum sound around. Well, anyway, the lyrics are going to be copy pasted to the bottom of the description box. The middle of the description box has where you can find me online, purchase and stream my music. What else do I say? The top thing, that's a Bible teaching link. I do say right in the beginning it's Christian rock. I don't go on about that, but I just mentioned that is in the top of my description box because I see a lot of really off base, not so great things out there. I say they're subjective because they're importing any kind of baggage, traditional denominational stuff, personal stuff, a lot of text out of context, skewing the meaning, screwing everybody up and confusing everything. This teaching is objective. It's what does this actually say? What were the writers intending? Translation grammar from the original languages, which right there clears up a lot of stuff. It's just teaching. So being that it's like the only objective teaching that I know of, it's fantastic, and I just put it up there as a resource if you want to check it out. All right, that's it for today. I'm going to throw the stuff on the vocals, mix this down, master it quick. You'll see it in the afternoon. I do this in the morning, but you'll see the video in the afternoon because processing times and stuff like that. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.